Hello there, and welcome to the Science for Sleep channel. Tonight, we'll explore volcanoes, ancient fires that have existed for billions of years, silently shaping our world from the deepest chambers within the earth. Vast calderas holding secrets beneath ice and stone, magma chambers that pulse with the planet's heartbeat, and lava flows that have redrawn continents across geological time. You've got nothing to do but rest. Let your mind relax, your breathing slow down with each gentle word, and your body grow light as if gravity itself has softened. Just let yourself sink into comfort and ease. If this helps you rest tonight, please like and subscribe to join our community of peaceful minds. Now, let's begin our journey with volcanoes, those ancient architects of worlds. Volcanoes exist on every rocky planet in the solar system, revealing that volcanic activity is a universal process that shapes entire worlds across the cosmos in ways both beautiful and destructive. From Venus with its crushing atmosphere to Mars with its ancient highlands, the signature of volcanic creation marks every body with a solid surface and internal heat. This fundamental truth reminds us that Earth is not alone in its restless, creative power, and that we dwell upon one of countless volcanic worlds scattered throughout the heavens, waiting silently in the darkness of space. The process of creation through fire is written across the solar system in stone and ash. On Venus, approximately 1,600 active volcanoes cover the surface in an endless tapestry of fire and molten stone, suggesting that volcanic forces have fundamentally sculpted that entire world across billions of years through relentless geological processes. Venus experiences a concentration of volcanic activity unmatched by any other neighboring planet, transforming the very nature of that distant world. The entire Venusian surface appears to be engaged in continuous geological transformation, with lava flows reshaping the terrain and atmosphere in ways we are only beginning to comprehend from our distant observations on Earth. The planet pulses with volcanic power, unlike anything we experience in our own planetary neighborhood. Mars holds within its ancient russet landscape the largest volcano known to humanity, a towering sentinel named Mount Olympus, reaching approximately 21 kilometers skyward, with a base spanning an enormous 600 kilometers across the Martian surface. This vast mountain rises so gently and gradually that a person standing at its base and gazing upward would barely perceive the slope beneath their feet, and might walk for hours before recognizing they were ascending a mountain at all. The gentle grade reveals that Olympus Mons erupted through fluid lava flows rather than explosive violence, allowing it to spread across an area larger than the state of New Mexico in quiet, patient expansion. That great mountain stands as a monument to the patient work of gentle volcanism. Beneath the ice of Antarctica, hidden 2 kilometers below the frozen surface that stretches endlessly in white silence, lies the greatest volcanic region on Earth, with approximately 135 volcanoes sleeping in complete darkness unknown to the world at large. These ancient structures remain virtually unknown to most of humanity, resting patiently beneath the ice as if preserved in a vast frozen tomb where time moves differently than on the surface above, and the sun barely reaches. The isolation and remoteness of this hidden volcanic landscape creates a sense of profound mystery and wonder, reminding us that our planet still holds secrets waiting to be discovered by patient scientists. Beneath the ice, the Earth's fire dreams in silence. The Temu Massif, the largest submarine volcano on Earth, rests silently 2 kilometers beneath the surface of the Pacific Ocean, its dimensions comparable to the entire state of New Mexico spread across the seafloor in darkness and crushing pressure. This enormous mountain of fire has never erupted within human memory, existing as an ancient patient sentinel in the deep where sunlight never reaches and silence is absolute and eternal. For millions of years, it has stood in the abyss, a monument to geological processes occurring in realms completely beyond our normal perception and everyday experience. The deep ocean holds secrets we may never fully understand. When Krakatoa erupted on August 26, 1883, the sound of its explosion traveled an unprecedented 4,776 kilometers from its source, a record of acoustic power that remains unbroken to this very day in all of recorded human history and scientific documentation. The sound wave traveled across vast oceans and continents without rest, reaching human ears on islands and coastlines across the globe simultaneously, a testimony to forces so tremendous that they shattered the silence of entire regions in one moment. No human sound, no matter how amplified by machinery or technology, has ever been heard across such a distance without assistance, making Krakatoa's voice the loudest natural sound ever recorded by civilization. That sound echoes still in history and memory. The shock wave from Krakatoa's final cataclysmic explosion circled the entire Earth 7 complete times, a wave of compressed air traveling around the planet again and again, demonstrating the extraordinary force released when a volcano truly awakens from its ancient depths. Barometers across the world registered the pressure changes as this invisible wave passed over them with deliberate motion, capturing evidence of an event so powerful that it disturbed the very atmosphere of the entire planet and its weather systems. Scientists studying these records could calculate the magnitude of the explosion long after the eruption had ended, reconstructing the violence from mere numbers on barometer needles. The whole Earth shook from the blow. The eruption of Krakatoa claimed approximately 35,500 lives, making it the deadliest volcanic event in all of recorded human history, a tragedy so immense that it fundamentally changed how humanity understood the power of natural forces forever. The majority of these deaths did not come from lava or even from the explosion itself, but rather from the enormous tsunami waves generated by the volcanic activity, walls of water that swept across neighboring islands with unstoppable force and terrible velocity. This eruption became a watershed moment in human understanding of volcanic hazards and the planet's power to destroy. The ocean itself became a weapon of the volcanic fury. The volcanic ash from Krakatoa spread across the entire world after 1883, causing such magnificent optical phenomena that sunsets became extraordinary displays of color for months. Afterward, across every continent and ocean on the planet, the artist William Ashcroft painted 533 watercolor paintings documenting the extraordinary sunset colors visible in Chelsea, England, colors so vivid and unexpected they seem to defy ordinary nature itself and challenge human perception. These paintings became a visual record of how profoundly a single volcanic eruption could affect atmospheric conditions worldwide and touch the lives of people far away. Art and science merged in those colors. Approximately 80% of all volcanic eruptions on our planet occur beneath the ocean's surface, invisible and silent to human observers, continuously reshaping the seafloor in darkness where no human eye shall ever witness their power or record their beauty. These underwater eruptions create new minerals, alter ocean chemistry profoundly, and generate hydrothermal vents that support unique ecosystems thriving in the absolute darkness of the abyss far below. The true scope of volcanic activity on Earth remains largely hidden from us, occurring in realms beyond our direct observation and study. The most dramatic volcanic show happens where we cannot see it. There exist approximately 1,500 active volcanoes identified across planet Earth at any given moment in time, yet hundreds of thousands more remain hidden in the depths of the oceans and beneath thick layers of ancient ice, waiting silently in eternal dormancy beneath our awareness. These hidden volcanoes continue their slow work beneath the surface where human eyes cannot perceive them, reshaping the world through processes occurring completely beyond our normal awareness and observation. The true extent of volcanic activity remains largely unknown and mysterious to us, suggesting that the Earth possesses far more creative power than we typically acknowledge or carefully consider in our daily lives and thoughts. Most volcanoes remain forever unknown to humanity. Some volcanoes seem to awaken suddenly and with remarkable speed, as did Paricutin in Mexico on February 20th, 1943, when it rose an astonishing 170 meters into the air during merely a single week of continuous, unrelenting activity that astounded observers. Farmers worked their fields peacefully one day, and within days they witnessed the birth of a mountain emerging from the ground where they had planted their crops only weeks before in ordinary soil. This extraordinary event provided scientists with a rare and precious opportunity to observe a volcano in its earliest youth, to study how mountains construct themselves from the very moment of their emergence into the world above ground. The birth of Paricutin was a gift to science. Within merely a few months of its dramatic birth, Paricutin reached an impressive height of 330 meters, offering researchers a profound window into understanding how volcanoes build themselves layer by layer across time, eruption by eruption, year by year, with patient geological purpose. The volcano continued, growing steadily and reliably, attracting geologists from around the world who wish to observe this rare phenomenon of active geological creation happening visibly before their eyes in real time. This extraordinary event tells us that the Earth continues to create entirely new landscapes in real time, not confined to the distant geological past, but occurring in the present moment within human lifespans and memory. The planet still builds its mountains. Over the last 250 years, documented carefully by human history, volcanic eruptions have generated approximately 90 devastating tsunamis across the world's oceans, teaching us that volcanoes affect not merely the land beneath us, but the waters themselves in profound and destructive and deadly ways. These massive waves of water have swept across islands and coastlines with tremendous speed, carrying with them the unimaginable power contained within volcanic disturbances deep beneath the ocean floor far below. The connection between underwater volcanoes and catastrophic ocean waves reminds us of how deeply interconnected all of Earth's systems truly are, and how one system affects another. The ocean becomes a messenger of volcanic power. In 1986, a volcanic lake in the Nios region of Cameroon in Africa released a tremendous and invisible bubble of carbon dioxide gas that silently took 1,146 people in merely a few moments, while they slept peacefully in their homes and villages in complete innocence. The gas seeped slowly from the volcanic chamber below the lake and spread across the surrounding countryside like an invisible and deadly specter, suffocating life without any warning or any sound of approach. This tragic and instructive event revealed a hazard from volcanoes that is often overlooked by disaster planners, not the dramatic explosions visible from far away, but the silent release of toxic gases that can kill without visible destruction or warning. Gas becomes a weapon of the volcano. Some volcanic eruptions possess such tremendous and nearly incomprehensible power that they create electrical fields so intensely strong that they generate volcanic lightning visible for many kilometers in all directions during the profound darkness of night when all else is hidden. Purple and white bolts of electricity dance above the ash clouds in spectacular display, a phenomenon so rare and magnificent that those who witness it are forever changed by the experience deep in their hearts. This electrical display reveals the extraordinary energies involved in volcanic eruptions and the complex chemistry occurring when ash and gases interact with electrical charges in the upper atmosphere. Lightning itself becomes a form of volcanic expression. The volcanic system beneath Yellowstone National Park contains enough magma to fill 11 Grand Canyons completely with molten rock, an absolutely staggering volume that challenges human comprehension and imagination in its immensity. This immense reservoir waits beneath the surface, invisible to the thousands of tourists who visit the park each year to admire its beauty and natural wonders peacefully without knowing the truth below. The sheer magnitude of this hidden magma chamber reminds us that Earth's surface calmness and apparent stability often belies tremendous forces gathering power and energy deep below in perfect silence. The Earth breathes fire beneath the beauty. Yellowstone is a giant caldera measuring an impressive 75 kilometers in length and 45 kilometers in width, representing one of the largest active volcanic openings on the entire planet existing today, a scar of immense proportions on Earth's face. This vast depression in the Earth's surface was created by a massive volcanic collapse thousands of years ago, and it remains today a place of continued geological activity and constant change as processes unfold slowly. The enormous size of this structure demonstrates the scale of volcanic processes that have shaped the North American continent over geological time through immense and relentless effort. Scale itself becomes contemplative. Beneath peaceful landscapes of obvious beauty and serene wonder, tremendous forces of creation and potential destruction rest eternally beneath the surface, waiting through millions of years in patient silence and calm preservation. The forest visitors walk through and enjoy is built directly atop a geological time bomb, a humbling reminder of our species' brief presence on a planet far more ancient and powerful than our minds can fully grasp or comprehend. The contrast between the surface calm and the subsurface fire creates a meditation on impermanence and on the transient nature of all things, including ourselves. We live on the skin of fire. In Guatemala, there exists a volcano that erupts with remarkable consistency, entering into eruption of some kind every hour without significant interruption since the year 1923, offering a continuous volcanic spectacle for more than a complete century of unceasing activity and patient expression. This rhythmic and patient eruption pattern has allowed scientists to study volcanic processes in ways impossible with more erratic and unpredictable volcanoes, creating a natural laboratory of geological study and research. The volcano's predictable nature and reliable behavior has made it an invaluable destination for researchers seeking to understand the mechanisms driving volcanic activity and the laws underlying eruptions. Rhythm reveals truth. Italy is the European nation with the greatest number of active volcanoes, including the famous Mount Vesuvius that eternally preserved the ancient city of Pompeii in ash and volcanic material thousands of years ago. The eruption of Vesuvius in the year 79 AD froze a moment in Roman history, capturing people and animals in their final moments and creating casts of their bodies that remain visible to visitors today in haunting detail. This tells us that volcanoes serve as powerful preservers of history and civilization, recording moments of human life for countless generations to witness and contemplate with wonder and sadness. Through fire, we preserve memory. Some volcanoes form through the movement and collision of tectonic plates, grinding against one another across geological time, with forces beyond human comprehension or calculation in their immensity. Others emerge from hot spots where magma rises from deep thermal anomalies beneath the Earth's crust, places where the planet's internal heat finds pathways to the surface above. These two distinct mechanisms of volcano formation reveal that Earth possesses multiple pathways for releasing internal heat and creating new landforms in different regions. The diversity of volcanic creation processes demonstrates the complexity of geological systems operating beneath our feet. In zones of convergence, where the dynamic action of crustal plates occurs continuously, when dense oceanic plates collide with continental plates over millions of years, the oceanic plate descends downward in a process called subduction into the mantle below. This slow descent generates tremendous heat and pressure that produces magma that feeds volcanic structures above, creating rings of fire around the Pacific Ocean. This process has shaped the landscapes of the Pacific Ring of Fire, creating mountain ranges and volcanic arcs across multiple continents and island chains visible from space. The slow, patient work of subduction continues even now, building future mountains and volcanic systems. When two oceanic plates collide in zones of convergence, forming a volcanic arc is inevitable and certain, a collection of volcanoes that may eventually rise as island chains above the waves after millions of years of submarine growth and patient construction. These underwater volcanic arcs reveal the hidden architecture of Earth, showing us that beneath the waves exists a landscape of mountains and valleys as dramatic as anything found on land in visible form. Island arcs represent geological processes operating at the boundary between continental and oceanic realms, where tremendous forces converge and interact eternally. The hidden world beneath the waves mirrors the visible world above. Long ago, plumes of mantle material began their patient journey from deep within the Earth, ascending slowly through the planet's rocky layers toward the surface in narrow columns of tremendous heat rising from impossible depths. These plumes carry material that is significantly hotter than the surrounding mantle, and they rise like invisible rivers of fire through the planet's interior in eternal motion. The existence of these plumes reveals that Earth's interior is far more dynamic and mobile than was imagined by earlier generations of scientists who believed the mantle was inert and unchanging. The Earth dreams in motion. These hot spots create volcanoes where plumes of mantle reach the crust and melt their way through the overlying rock layers with patient persistence and tremendous power exerted over time. When a mantle plume emerges beneath the ocean, it builds submarine volcanoes that might one day become islands rising from the sea after millions of years of growth beneath the waves in darkness complete. These underwater volcanoes grow patiently for millions of years before breaking the ocean's surface to become visible volcanic islands that reveal their origin story in rock form. The transition from underwater volcano to emerged island represents a moment of geological drama where the hidden becomes visible. The movement of crustal plates over mantle plumes frequently results in the formation of entire chains of volcanic islands stretching across vast distances, such as the Hawaiian archipelago, extending far across the Pacific Ocean like stepping stones of stone and fire laid by patient time. Each island in the chain marks a time period in Earth's history, creating a chronological record written in volcanic rock that geologists can read and interpret with skill and patience. These island chains stand as monuments to the passage of geological time and the patient work of the Earth's internal heat engine, expressed through surface manifestation. Time itself is written in stone. The Hawaiian Islands were created by a single mantle plume that remained stationary while the Pacific crustal plate moved gradually over it, leaving behind a trail of progressively older islands marking billions of years of geological time measured in stone and ancient lava. The oldest islands in the chain are severely eroded, worn down by millions of years of weathering and ocean action that shapes and reshapes them, while the youngest islands remain volcanic and pristine in their newness. Over time, each island has moved away from the hotspot, and new islands continue forming at the location where the mantle plume meets the crust in an eternal cycle of creation that never ends. The cycle continues without pause. This reminds us that the Earth is a dynamic, continuously evolving system where processes continue across vast stretches of time that dwarf the age of human civilization and all human history combined. Volcanoes are not static monuments, but active participants in shaping and reshaping the surface of our planet through geological processes we are only beginning to understand fully. Even now, beneath the waves and within mountains, the same processes that created the Hawaiian Islands continue their patient work, building the landscapes of tomorrow that humans will inhabit. The future is being built now. The volcanic islands of Hawaii rise from the depths of the Pacific Ocean like monuments to Earth's creative power, each one a testament to the extraordinary forces operating beneath the waves, where darkness and pressure reign eternal and unchanging throughout the ages. Visitors who stand upon these islands and gaze across the landscape often sense an ancient quality, a feeling that they are standing in a place where the planet's raw power is just barely contained beneath the surface, ready to break free. This awareness connects modern humans to the deep geological history that shaped the world in which they live and move, revealing our place in the vast chronicle of planetary change. We stand on the edge of fire. A volcano is structurally composed of 4 primary parts that work together in harmony across geological time, each one fulfilling its essential role within the magnificent theater of volcanic creation and expression. The cone is the visible rocky structure that gives a volcano its distinctive and recognizable form, carefully molded by countless solidified eruptions accumulating layer upon layer across ages without number. Geologists can read the volcanic history of a cone by examining its slopes and the materials that compose them, interpreting the record written in stone and ash. This structure, which we can see and touch, represents only the visible portion of much deeper systems. The crater represents the circular opening at the volcano's summit through which molten material is expelled with tremendous force in dramatic eruptions toward the sky above the mountain. This opening is like the mouth through which the earth speaks, expressing its internal conditions and the pressures building deep below in the chamber far beneath the surface. The depth and the size of the crater vary enormously between different volcanoes, reflecting the different eruptive histories that each mountain has experienced through time. Some craters are deep wells descending far into the mountain, while others are shallow deformations barely noticeable in the rock. The volcanic chimney or conduit serves as the passage through which the magma flows from the deepest levels below in the direction of the crater opening at the surface, creating a pathway for the interior of the planet to express itself to the external world. This tube or dual acts as a geological vessel, channeling the magma from the reservoir deep down for release at the surface. The chimney can remain open and permeable after eruptions occur, creating a scar that persists within the rock for hundreds of millions of years, silent and patient. Within the conduit, the magma moves under pressure, tremendous, a corridor of fire that awakens occasionally. Profoundly buried beneath the visible volcanic structure rests the magma chamber, a vast and immense reservoir of rocha fundida accumulated patiently in the lithosphere terrestre throughout millions of years of slow accumulation. This chamber remains invisible to the casual observer above it, yet it represents the beating heart of the entire volcanic system, pulsing with the creative power of the planet. The magma chamber can contain volumes of molten rock larger than entire mountains in their vastness, awaiting the moment of final liberation and release. This hidden region stays remote and mysterious, revealing its secrets only through indirect and careful scientific study. An eruption occurs when the pressure accumulated within the magma chamber, fully charged with water vapor and dissolved gases of many types, exceeds the pressure exerted by the world above it, pushing down relentlessly. This represents a moment of growing tension, accumulating gradually in the heart of the earth, similar to a breath held too long that eventually must be released into the open air. When the internal pressure becomes intolerably large and excessive, no force on earth can contain it any longer, and nature exerts its will that is irresistible and overwhelming. The eruption follows as an inevitable consequence of pressures too great to be contained. Over time, in its continuous and slow flow, the magma chamber accumulates steadily, with more molten rock from subduction processes happening constantly, increasing internal pressure in a gradual but relentless and unstoppable fashion. This accumulation represents an invisible process that unfolds during centuries and millennia, a slow filling of reservoirs existing in profound depths. The molecules of molten rock descend continuously through subduction processes, bringing fresh materials to maintain supplies within the magma chamber. Eventually, the chamber becomes so full that the next eruption is merely a question of when, rather than whether, it will occur. When internal pressure within the magma chamber becomes greater than the combined pressures of the atmosphere and all the rock above it, the magma is pushed upward violently through the conduit toward release at the surface. This represents a transition between the hidden underground world and the visible surface world, where the interior and exterior of the planet connect briefly. The velocity at which magma rises is truly extraordinary, traveling through kilometers of rock in mere minutes or hours of rapid ascent. That swift rise marks the point where geological processes take complete control. The magma that remains beneath the surface within the earth carries the technical name magma while in that hidden state. Once it emerges and flows freely across the surface, it is renamed and redefined scientifically as lava in that exposed form. This change of name marks a fundamental shift in the state and nature of the molten rock that emerges. The lava has gained freedom, escaped from underground confinement to express itself in the external world. That new state brings changes in chemical composition and physical behavior as the lava rapidly cools in contact with air and water. Lava flows can travel at speeds that astonish those who observe them moving, advancing across the landscape and consuming everything, blocking its path in durations of mere hours or sometimes minutes, depending on conditions. That speed varies dramatically based on the viscosity of the lava and the degree of slope in the terrain it traverses. Some lavas flow like swift rivers while others move with glacial slowness, yet always moving forward in their progression across the land. The tremendous force of that hot lava transforms the world fundamentally wherever it travels. Volcanoes destroy and create simultaneously in a constant dance, eliminating old life while preparing the soil for new biological communities to flourish and grow abundantly. The volcanic ash contains valuable minerals that, after slow decomposition, become extraordinarily fertile soil supporting agriculture and plant growth. The lands that seemed dead and barren after a volcanic eruption eventually bloom with surprising abundance of green life. This cycle of destruction and recreation represents one of the fundamental rhythms of life on Earth, a dance between death and rebirth eternal. Active volcanoes are those that currently display visible signs of activity or that are engaged in ongoing eruptive processes that can be observed and studied by patient scientists. These volcanoes breathe and pulse with life force, offering researchers rare opportunities to study the dynamic processes that occur when the Earth liberates its internally accumulated energy and power. The vapor and gases emerge continuously from these structures, creating a landscape that is always in transformation, where change is visible from day to day in obvious display. Observing an active volcano is truly witnessing the beating heart of the planet in its most tangible and expressive form. Dormant volcanoes are structures that show no activity in the present moment, yet present clear geological evidence that they may awaken and enter eruption in potentially future times without warning. These sleeping volcanoes can remain silent for centuries or even thousands of years before suddenly returning to life with power fully restored and ready. They live beneath cities and agricultural fields, structures that appear to be dead but merely rest, awaiting their eventual awakening. The silence of a dormant volcano is fragile rest. That time will inevitably break. Extinct volcanoes are those whose volcanic processes have been completely and permanently concluded with no possibility of future activity, remaining as silent monuments to geological ages long past and distant. These structures endure as permanent reminders of ancient times when they flowed with fire and power beyond measure. Their shapes still decorate the landscapes, slowly eroded by time and weathering that shapes and reshapes them, revealing layers of history written in stone. Although extinct, they continue speaking to geologists who possess skill to read their narratives of rock and ash. All volcanoes will, eventually and inevitably, become extinct at some point in geological time, as the continuous evolution of the planet proceeds forward through billions of years stretching ahead. No volcano burns eternally, and each one follows its path from birth to eventual geological death in silence. That fundamental truth teaches us humility, for even the mightiest structures on Earth eventually rest in permanent silence. The cycle of birth, life, and death is universal and absolute. Volcanic activity ceases eventually when the channel through which magma flows shifts position to a new location on the crustal surface as tectonic processes continue. As tectonic plates maintain their slow but implacable movement, the magma hotspots may migrate relative to the surface above. The volcano that was being fed by the mantle plume below finds itself suddenly disconnected from its supply of heat and molten rock. When the channel shifts away, the volcano becomes orphaned from its nourishing source. Other times, volcanic activity ends when the magma chamber becomes completely depleted and exhausted of molten rock after eruptions that may have continued for millennia. When the final supply of magma is expelled to the surface and cools into solid rock, the chamber possesses no materials necessary for future eruptions to occur. This gradual depletion of magma reserves marks the beginning of the end for that particular volcano. The silence that follows is the silence of a system exhausted. Volcanism represents a geological phenomenon where magma and gases emerge from the interior depths of the Earth in the direction of the surface, fundamentally and permanently altering terrestrial and marine landscapes. That process expresses the most direct manifestation of the planet's internal dynamics and the point where interior and exterior connect briefly. Volcanism is the respiration of Earth, the lung through which the planet expels accumulated heat. Each eruption is an act of communication from the hidden underworld. Volcanoes are structures that are very ancient indeed, with certain ones having formed billions of years ago in the remote history of the planet when the world was much hotter and more dynamically active. Those ancestral volcanoes witnessed the evolution of all complex life, from the first microscopic organisms to modern humans. The rock in their cones contains the history of deep time, layers of eruptions that overlap chronologically, revealing patterns. Observing an old volcano means truly touching the distant past physically. Each volcano possesses a unique geological history, recorded permanently within its rocky layers, telling diverse stories of previous eruptions and dormancy periods between them. Those layers are like pages in a book written entirely in stone, each page representing a different chapter in the volcano's long history. Scientists can read that history by studying the rock types and how they are arranged on the mountain slopes. Each volcano is a geological archive, preserving its own special narrative. The global distribution of volcanoes follows precisely the boundaries of tectonic plates that comprise the crustal surface, revealing deep connection between crustal movement and persistent volcanic activity occurring continuously. Volcanoes are not randomly distributed across the planet, but clustered along specific zones where plates collide or separate. That pattern reveals that tectonics is the fundamental motor driving global volcanism. Volcanoes are manifestations of invisible tectonic processes. Some volcanic regions form calderas when volcanic material accumulates in such tremendous quantity that the structure becomes unstable and collapses inward upon itself during or after a monumental eruption of epic scale. These expansive and shallow depressions created by volcanic collapse become points of permanent geological interest, remaining forever altered. Calderas can measure many kilometers in diameter, forming entire basins where the landscape sinks as if the planet breathes inward with tremendous force. They represent the largest structural collapses that geology can produce through natural processes alone. Some special volcanic calderas contain lakes whose waters actively absorb the volcanic gases that continue emanating from the heated subsurface layers below. These waters maintain elevated temperatures even in climates where the rest of the world freezes under ice and snow, continuously warmed by geothermal energy flowing from depths. Volcanic lakes are unique environments where water temperature and chemistry differ radically from any common mountain lake found elsewhere. In those special waters, life follows evolutionary patterns completely different and adapted. Pyroclastic material is the rock, the ash, and the fragments of all sizes that are violently ejected upward through the atmosphere during an explosive volcanic eruption of dramatic scale. These particles vary from microscopic dust to rocks the size of entire houses, creating a complete spectrum of ejecta sizes expelled. The finest material can remain suspended in the atmosphere for years, traveling around the planet repeatedly. The heaviest material falls near the volcano, accumulating into layers that solidify gradually into stone. Volcanic ash remains suspended in the atmosphere for periods ranging from days to years, gradually altering global climate by partially blocking incident sunlight that would normally warm the surface. This reduction in solar radiation can cool the entire planet during months or years following a large eruption's explosive release. The fine ash circulates in stratospheric winds, spreading uniformly around the entire Earth in patterns. The resulting cooling from a major eruption is a real and measurable climatic effect upon the world. Lava flows create new soils and completely new landscapes where they flow across the land, eventually transforming barren and sterile terrain into fertile earth after decades of mineral decomposition and weathering occur. The lava that solidifies becomes primary rock, the starting point for the formation of new soil, eventually supporting plant life. That transformation from sterile rock to living soil takes time, but it remains inevitable as minerals decompose slowly. Fertility emerges from destruction through slow and patient processes of change and renewal. Submarine volcanoes create special hydrothermal vents where superheated water emerges from the ocean floor in violent jets, releasing dissolved minerals that form oases of extraordinary life. Life in these oases flourishes without relying on solar energy at all, utilizing only chemical energy from dissolved volcanic minerals deep below. That chemosynthetic life exists independent of the sun, powered by the planet's internal heat. The abyss contains ecosystems invisible to the world above. Volcanoes release gases including carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and water vapor that influence the chemical composition of Earth's atmosphere across geological ages and time periods. During intense global volcanic activity periods, eruptions can cool the entire planet completely by covering the atmosphere with particles that reflect light. Yet volcanoes have also warmed the primitive planet during its formation, with volcanism contributing to atmosphere creation. Through time, the balance continues, shifting climate back and forth perpetually. Some human ancestral cultures lived on the slopes of active volcanoes, attracted by fertile volcanic soil, despite constant risk of devastating eruption that could end all life there. Valuable mineral deposits often form through volcanic processes, making volcanic regions important points of economic and mineral interest. Geysers are hot volcanic phenomena where groundwater is heated by deep volcanic rocks and erupts periodically in dramatic displays. Volcanic hot springs have been used by humanity for centuries for relaxing baths and therapeutic treatment of disease. Volcanoes create wild and magnificent landscapes that attract scientists, tourists, and adventurers worldwide seeking understanding and natural beauty in their rawest forms. The color of lava varies with its temperature, ranging from intense red when hot to black when cooled and solidified into rock permanently. The viscosity of lava affects how it flows, with dense lavas moving slowly while fluid lavas spread rapidly. Certain eruptions produce ash columns rising tens of kilometers in mere hours of continuous activity. Volcanic bombs are solid rock fragments expelled during explosive eruptions, falling as projectiles around the volcano in dangerous trajectories and patterns. These fragments vary greatly in size and composition, recording in their characteristics the conditions within the magma chamber. Lava tubes form in special ways where the surface cools while the interior remains fluid and hot, creating natural passages beneath Earth's surface. Some of these tubes extend for kilometers underground, forming subterranean caverns revealing stories of ancient eruptions. Within these special underground tubes, remarkable microorganisms have evolved to survive in total darkness without any sunlight whatsoever, using only volcanic chemical energy emanating from minerals. The life found in lava tubes demonstrates how adaptable life becomes when existing in extreme environments far from ordinary conditions. These organisms remind us that life persists wherever energy exists, regardless of whether that energy comes from the sun. The depths hold living wonders we barely understand. Volcanoes destroy and create simultaneously in their eternal dance, eliminating old life while preparing soil for new biological communities to flourish abundantly. The volcanic ash contains valuable minerals that, after slow decomposition, become extraordinarily fertile soil supporting agriculture. The lands that seemed barren after eruption eventually bloom with surprising abundance of green life and vegetation. This cycle represents fundamental rhythms of Earth, a dance between death and rebirth eternally repeating itself. Some famous vineyards grow on volcanic slopes where volcanic soil gives grapes unique flavors not found elsewhere. Volcanoes continue evolving slowly through geological time, changing shape gradually as new layers accumulate patiently. Some volcanoes rise steadily, building themselves centimeter by centimeter across millions of years. Others diminish as volcanic material erodes under weather and time across eons of geological periods. Volcano slopes are often steep and rapid, creating special habitats where only adapted plants and animals survive successfully. Vegetation near active volcanoes adapts to gases and ash that fall regularly on the landscape. Some animals migrated to volcanic slopes to escape predators, finding refuge in dark and rocky escarpments. Cooled volcanic rocks form unique crystals whose structures record temperature conditions during lava solidification. Volcanic crystals allow scientists to read chemical stories from Earth's depths, revealing ancient compositions. Magnetite, a magnetic volcanic mineral, crystallizes during lava cooling, recording the planetary magnetic field's direction. Magnetic records in volcanic rocks reveal how Earth's magnetic pole moved across billions of years. Some volcanic rocks are so ancient, their compositions reveal Earth's interior long ago. Volcanoes deeper still connect to the mantle itself, joining surface to the planet's superheated heart. The time required for magma formation, accumulation, and expulsion varies from days for some to centuries for others. Some volcanoes erupt predictably at regular intervals, allowing scientists to anticipate activity. Others erupt randomly and unpredictably, remaining mysterious despite modern science. Volcanoes continue their silent work beneath ocean waters, building new structures that may one day emerge as islands. Submarine volcanic islands never seen by humanity grow patiently in the depths, wading through geological ages. The cycle of birth, growth, dormancy, and death repeats continuously through time. Each volcano represents a point where Earth's interior connects to the cool external world. Volcanoes remind us that Earth is a living planet in constant transformation through invisible forces. Ancient volcanoes leave scars on landscapes that persist for billions of years, telling stories for those who observe. The roots of extinct volcanoes remain buried deep in soil, invisible yet structuring the crust. Dormant volcanoes may awaken without warning after centuries of silence, demonstrating Earth's unpredictable nature. Volcanoes were venerated by ancestral civilizations as homes of gods and supernatural forces. Volcanoes will continue evolving while the Earth turns, maintaining their eternal role in planetary transformation. And so we drift now into deeper rest, into the gentle darkness, where Earth dreams its ancient volcanic dreams, and we dream with it, carried softly into sleep by the knowledge that beneath all things, fire burns patient and eternal. Lava tubes form in special ways where the outer surface of lava cools solid while the hot interior remains completely fluid and mobile. Some of these remarkable tubes extend for many kilometers, creating subterranean caverns that reveal stories of ancestral eruptions frozen in stone. Within these tubes, special microorganisms evolved to survive without any sunlight whatsoever. The life found in lava tubes demonstrates remarkable adaptability when existing in extreme environments. Volcanoes destroy and create simultaneously in eternal dance and rhythm. The volcanic ash contains valuable minerals becoming extraordinarily fertile soil. The lands that seemed barren after eruption eventually bloom with surprising abundance. This cycle represents fundamental rhythms of Earth eternally repeating itself. Some famous vineyards grow on volcanic slopes where volcanic soil gives grapes unique flavors. Volcanoes continue evolving slowly through geological time. Some volcanoes rise steadily, building themselves across millions of years. Others diminish as volcanic material erodes under weather. Volcano slopes are often steep, creating special habitats where only adapted plants survive. Vegetation near active volcanoes adapts to gases and ash. Some animals migrated to volcanic slopes to escape predators. Cooled volcanic rocks form unique crystals recording temperature conditions. Volcanic crystals allow scientists to read chemical stories from Earth's depths. Magnetite, a magnetic volcanic mineral, crystallizes during lava cooling. Magnetic records in volcanic rocks reveal how Earth's magnetic pole moved. Some volcanic rocks reveal Earth's interior long ago. Volcanoes connect to the mantle itself, joining surface to the planet's superheated heart. The time required for magma formation varies from days to centuries. Some volcanoes erupt predictably at regular intervals. Others erupt randomly and unpredictably. Volcanoes continue their silent work beneath ocean waters. Submarine volcanic islands grow patiently in the depths. The cycle of birth, growth, dormancy, and death repeats continuously. Each volcano represents a point where Earth's interior connects. Volcanoes remind us that Earth is a living planet in constant transformation. Ancient volcanoes leave scars on landscapes that persist for billions of years. The roots of extinct volcanoes remain buried deep in soil. Dormant volcanoes may awaken without warning after centuries of silence. Volcanoes were venerated by ancestral civilizations as homes of gods. Volcanoes will continue evolving while the Earth turns, and so we drift now into deeper rest, carried softly into sleep by the knowledge that beneath all things fire burns patient and eternal. The volcanic process continues endlessly through time without pause or cessation. Each moment brings transformation to landscapes and seascapes. The earth dreams its ancient dreams of fire and stone. All things rest and change in the patient turning of ages. Some animals migrated to volcanic slopes to escape from predators, finding refuge in dark and rocky escarpments hidden from sight. The creatures discovered safety and shelter among the rugged terrain. Life adapted to harsh conditions with remarkable determination and persistence. Survival meant learning to thrive in difficult places. Cooled volcanic rocks form unique crystals whose structures record temperature conditions during lava solidification. Volcanic crystals allow scientists to read chemical stories from Earth's depths. Magnetite, a magnetic volcanic mineral, crystallizes during lava cooling. Magnetic records in volcanic rocks reveal how Earth's magnetic pole moved. Some volcanic rocks are so ancient, their compositions reveal Earth's interior long ago. Volcanoes connect to the mantle itself, joining surface to the planet's superheated heart. The time required for magma formation varies from days to centuries. Some volcanoes erupt predictably at regular intervals. Others erupt randomly and unpredictably, remaining mysterious. Volcanoes continue their silent work beneath ocean waters. Submarine volcanic islands grow patiently in the depths. The cycle of birth, growth, dormancy, and death repeats. Each volcano represents a point where Earth's interior connects. Volcanoes remind us that Earth is a living planet. Ancient volcanoes leave scars on landscapes. The roots of extinct volcanoes remain buried deep. Dormant volcanoes may awaken without warning after centuries. Volcanoes were venerated by ancestral civilizations. Volcanoes will continue evolving while the Earth turns. And so we drift now into deeper rest, into the gentle darkness where Earth dreams its ancient dreams. We dream with it, carried softly into sleep. The knowledge settles upon us like snowfall. Beneath all things, fire burns patient and eternal. The volcanic process continues endlessly through time. Each moment brings transformation to the landscapes. The earth dreams its ancient dreams of fire. All things rest and change in turning ages. The cycle repeats without pause or interruption always. Time moves through stone and fire perpetually. We rest within the breathing earth. Sleep comes gently now. Dreams deepen into silence and peace. The world turns slowly through the night. Fire sleeps beneath the surface far below. Rest comes at last. Submarine volcanic islands never seen by humanity grow patiently in the depths, waiting through geological ages for the moment they might emerge. The cycle of birth, growth, dormancy, and death repeats continuously through time without end or interruption. Each volcano represents a point where Earth's interior connects to the cool, external world above. Volcanoes remind us that Earth is a living planet in constant transformation. Ancient volcanoes leave scars on landscapes that persist for billions of years, telling stories for those who carefully observe and listen. The roots of extinct volcanoes remain buried deep in soil, invisible, yet structuring the crust beneath our feet. Dormant volcanoes may awaken without warning after centuries of silence, demonstrating Earth's unpredictable nature. Volcanoes were venerated by ancestral civilizations as homes of gods. Volcanoes will continue evolving while the Earth turns. maintaining their eternal role in planetary transformation and change. And so we drift now into deeper rest, into the gentle darkness where Earth dreams its ancient volcanic dreams. We dream with it, carried softly into sleep by knowledge deep. Beneath all things, fire burns patient and eternal. The volcanic process continues endlessly through time without pause. Each moment brings transformation to landscapes and seascapes alike. The earth dreams its ancient dreams of fire and stone and time. All things rest and change in the patient turning of ages. The cycle repeats without pause or interruption ever. Time moves through stone and fire perpetually onward. We rest within the breathing earth in peace. Sleep comes gently now as breathing slows. Dreams deepen into silence and profound peace. The world turns slowly through the quiet night. Fire sleeps beneath the surface far below us. Rest comes at last as consciousness fades. The mountains dream their ancient dreams in stone. Magma pulses slowly in chambers deep and hidden. Heat rises gently through the layers of earth. All is patient and still in the darkness. Fire breathes beneath the world we walk upon. Pressure builds slowly across millions of years passing. The planet itself lives and transforms and changes. We are small within its vastness. In this vastness, we find rest and peace. The knowledge of deep time brings comfort now. We are part of something greater than ourselves. Sleep comes deeper still into the night, and so the world continues turning onward through the ages. Volcanoes stand eternal as witnesses. Fire burns patient beneath the stone. Rest now, drift, sleep deeply into dreams, eternal and peaceful.